I'm Phoenix Wright, and nothing bad has ever happened to me in an evidence room. That's not where I was trying to go.
Period. Like, nothing bad has happened to me, period.
I'm Phoenix Wright, and nothing bad has ever happened to me.
Nothing bad has ever or will ever happen to me.
Let me in! The evidence room is beyond that door.
And now we have the ID card from Chief Gant.
Wait. I want to rotate this. Ah, it's not even real evidence. Never mind.
Ah.
Tragic.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? I know technology.
What is the security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so gray?
Please don't call her your Bambina.
Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him?
What's that? Why does it have to be him look for?
Why is everyone reading my mind?
This was just intuiting the way he's looking. As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
Oh my god.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
I really want to see if he cuts himself with that knife. I just really want to see.
Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Their crime scene's waiting. God. Beep.
Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions?
Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres.
You're busy, then?
No, I just don't like you. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Jesus.
He's angry.
Oh, you Sprite.
Perhaps if we gave him a steak.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Well, I do want to know what he says if we try to talk to him anyway.
I was wondering if we could talk to you.
Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the land like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie.
Oh, to be a tumbleweed on the wide prairie.
Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer.
What?
I am not making that.
Yes, you are.
You have
The
to!
thing is, it made a sound that was like a wolf howl, but I don't understand why the text says GROOOOORK.
You have to be faithful to the text. Make this sound.
I don't know how to make that sound.
Wing it.
I refuse.
I have a few ideas.
Let's hear him.
Hang on. Fuck.
Okay. That was the worst.
That is like 60% creepier than what I was expecting.
We've had...
It's his stomach growling.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah,
Listen.
exactly what I just did.
We've had a lot of bad auditory experiences on this playthrough, but that was number one.
What was that all about, Mr. Wright?
I think he was just too hungry to talk.
You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either.
Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation. Pronto.
Shut up, Phoenix.
What?
I feel like he's roasting us for...
Oh, maybe so.
That smell. Ha! Reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
Absolutely not. Whatever gave you the impression. Nah, I just saw a special on television the other day. If he has curated this aesthetic within 2 days,
I'm impressed.
I am
That's
very
pretty good.
impressed. This from a baby?
Yeah, Ms. Star.
What's this? Gun.
What?
Finger
What's
guns.
wrong?
Filet steak lunch. I see. I see.
Secret code.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
The package has been delivered.
Message has been relayed. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask her for anything.
Finally,
Rude.
it seems like...
What, didn't want to give us that eating audio? He's willing to talk.
Jake Marshall
I-
tearing into a fillet steak.
I literally asked for it, so I guess I can't complain. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it. I might have lost my fire for the job, you know? If you couldn't tell by the excessive amounts of alcohol in this here office.
God.
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
Fucking motorcycle.
My steed.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't tank to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak into your steak, you know? Next to your steak, not into it.
Fucking
Broccoli-filled steak.
I mean, cows could eat
I'd eat
broccoli.
Well, not when you put
Miss
it that
Star.
way.
Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. Can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway?
What other kind of case is there in this game?
We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
Ah, it was money laundering.
There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina.
Perjury.
Okay, I want to point out that we literally have a knife that is the murder weapon in the SL9 trial. So, I feel like maybe
There could also be money laundering.
It was murder laundering.
For the same case.
Murder laundering.
murder laundering.
It was money murder.
What does that imply? What does murder laundering imply? Like,
Laundry murder.
Someone's creating fake murders. For profit.
I mean, I guess it could also be that you're using people as disposable decoys, and then after they've done your job and you escape, you kill them so that they don't tell on you.
Jesus Christ.
You put a little too much thought into that
Emma's
one.
been thinking this through.
Can you tell who has been studying a lot of the criminal justice system?
To quote
What?
something Phoenix said to the judge, you have the mind of a killer.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, that
So
case
anyway.
is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago. The day of our case.
That's right. The evidence transferals.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too.
I got a lot to talk about now. Well, I know what maybe 2 of the machines in there do.
Oh my god.
Make
Oh,
coffee.
Only 2
You
of
are
them?
well qualified for your job, sir.
There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, being machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks.
So a
He
lot.
does not like
Vegetables.
vegetables or just like broccoli and cauliflower.
Brassica.
He is a beef
Brassica.
and whiskey man, and that is it.
And beans.
The 3 food
Jesus.
groups.
Beef, whiskey, and beans.
You heard me.
Cowboy food pyramid.
Um,
The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard, and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
Thus the card reader by the door.
Those are the 2 pieces of technology I know how to I understand. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through.
Oh? 4:20 p.m.
420!
I'm sure
I
that was
hate
a
us all.
fantastic auditory experience.
So this is the ID card record. 420 blaze it.
7777777.
7777777 knows what it's about. Wink.
77777 D1.
Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
What, a 420 joke? Sorry, Bambina, can't show you more than that.
Huh?
Haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Maybe we should have actually looked at it.
No, there was the Goodman's badge number went in at 515. 514.
514.
You
Yeah.
guys are ahead of
Mr.
me.
Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
420.
420.
8675309.
Great.
7. Maybe there's some... Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing.
Present him with... Okay.
Not yet. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. See, I've got a particular jaw placement that I use for this voice, and it fucks up my enunciation.
Oh no.
So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So, what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
Goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department.
God, I was gonna say, if it doesn't go into an archive somewhere, there is something extremely wrong.
We burn it.
That's what we use it as fire. So we use it as kindling for our fires out on the open range.
Yeah.
That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. I was gonna say a lot like. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. Kind of not like that DL6.
DL6.
And, well, okay, but that wasn't solved. That was the
Yeah,
whole
that
thing.
was
That's
an
for
opener.
solved cases. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Imagine if, like, they gave an unsolved case 2 years, and then they were like, that's fucking it. No statute of limitations, we're done. What did you want me to present him, Amy?
The ID card with the number. See this? This is the victim's ID card.
I'll be taking that.
Fuck.
The one that was on the ground in the parking lot?
The number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
Absolutely not.
Look, the fourth number. It's a perfect match.
7. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing.
Right before. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
It was Officer Meekins in the evidence room with the knife. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say?
I don't know, what did I say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. I'm just gonna keep talking faster and faster.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do?
That's the thing! Somebody pointed a knife at me! I can't go faster than the text scrolls on the screen.
True. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
Alright, compadre, you win.
Nice. The case?
Guess I can give you this
not
ID
guilty.
card record.
Hell yeah. Got him. I've got an
That was
idea.
easy.
Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here.
Oh?
May I rotate it? No.
But, wait, no, go back.
But wait, there's more.
But there's someone else went in at 5:14,
Aha.
who also went in at 4:50.
Aha.
Oh.
Alright. Wait. No, wait, never mind.
Finally.
Sector 3.
Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here.
Fishing rod.
So, this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard.
Literally,
Is it dusty?
despite knowing this entire time that what this room looked like, and that it doesn't look like the room you get tased in, it took me until right now to realize that was the records room. And I am an idiot. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Ouch.
I was about to say this looks like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Boo.
Ah!
Whoa!
Oh.
Hello.
The boo was a
Sorry.
joke, but I guess that was Gumshoe's vibe.
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal.
Did she smack him on the head?
Yeah. So, is it true what I heard?
Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant. Will loan anyone $50? Even me? I love him.
That's what he gets out of this.
He's like, alright, good luck with the investigation, pal. I need to go get $50.
Nix is like, can you get 50 for me too?
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Aw.
Just for today?
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks.
They don't work for the police.
First of all, you'll want to have this. His maps.
Good.
Map.
Thank you, Gumshoe, for the map. Oh my god, boss for a day.
Dora, he's Dora. He needs his map.
Aw.
So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here, in the police department.
But if you're boss, why aren't you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
Oh no.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. Damn, he knows the word adamant.
Did he
He's
use
smart.
it correctly, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
Aw.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
That's very sweet of you.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course.
He just can't get away from any of his cases, apparently.
That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
Oh
Jesus.
no.
They're
So
like,
you're gonna say it uses biometrics, and they're gonna be like, yeah, we killed this guy to cut his finger off or take out his eyeball so we could open his locker.
yeah, it's gonna be a fingerprint scanner. That sounds like a lot. But also, like, the chief was like, oh, it's completely confidential information that no one can have, but clearly at least one person knows Gumshoe's ID number.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
You say that!
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint.
Well done, Emma.
So the only locker we can open is our own.
I love how messy that locker looks.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? Why is he so angry about that?
Maybe he had to struggle to get it open, and he feels like a
Yeah, he
middle school
couldn't figure it
kid who had
out.
to open the locker for the first time.
Rude.
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, they die, pal.
Jesus. Zap! You get a shock.
Oh no.
If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
But I do, and I've lost my card 3 times.
Yeah? These are 2 separate events. Okay, we need to get him to tell us more about SL9. Look at this piece of paper that says SL9. And that ought to do it. Detective Goodman's note. And that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. I keep opening the court record. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Spooky. Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? Phoenix, you have the murder weapon. A serial killing.
Oh shit.
A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So, that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself?
Interesting.
Is there anything else we would like to present, Gumshoe?
I present my heart and soul, low.
Mood.
The blue badger. Don't actually have to, but...
I do want to, actually. I was thinking about it. This is my crown and achievement. My masterpiece, you might say.
Aw.
Oh my god. But art is always misunderstood, pal. I now feel so bad for every cruel thing I have ever said about the blue badger.
Art?
He was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony. But there were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took the blue badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I toiled night and day!
Aw.
I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Oh no. This poor man. Let's examine some things.
Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
That looks like a car door.
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away.
Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Well, you're not wrong, but
Okay,
that was
well, I'm
very
gonna
callous
leave.
of you to say.
That's the door we just came in through.
Are you gonna ask me its meaning? Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out.
I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside.
It's not...
Don't say that, because we're gonna find out.
Let's hope he remembers we're in here. There's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either.
Jesus, guys.
Phoenix!
If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal.
Yeah, Phoenix.
Aww. Also, you literally can't talk behind someone's back right in front.
This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams.
Stuffed
What?
with dust.